It is Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, and this is The High Road, Logistics and Leadership. I'm Buck Reynolds, and I'm here to make sure we don't forget how to actually drive a truck.
I'm Elena Rossi.
I'm Dan Miller.
And I'm Jules Sterling. We have a great show for you today.
Yesterday, we spent a lot of time on that U.S.-Iran trade reintegration and the rise of Agentic AI. But today, we're looking at a market that's basically a paradox. We've got record profits for some and a total regulatory nightmare for the rest of us.
It's an understatement, Buck. I mean, actually, the risk profiles we're seeing today are just vertical. Let's start with the maritime side, because Maersk is basically printing money right now.
Right? I mean, they just hiked their 2026 guidance. EBITDA is projected between $8 and $10 billion. That's a massive jump from where they were.
Look, bottom line is the volatility premium. Maersk is making a killing because the world is a mess. Demand is up 4%, but the supply is choked because everyone's rerouting.
Here's the deal. It's a miracle for the shareholders, sure, but for the guys on the water, it's a disaster. We had another drone strike in the Strait of Hormuz 5 days ago.
Exactly. And that's why the insurance premiums aren't budging. You can't have a peace dividend when your ships are basically target practice in the Gulf.
It's sort of a contradiction, right? The financials look amazing, but the operational reality is just constant disruption.
It's like a team that's winning the game, but the quarterback is playing with a broken leg. The numbers are there, but the foundation is shaking.
Speaking of shaking foundations, let's pivot to the geopolitical side of things. China just added 40 Japanese firms to their export control lists.
My thing is, why is it always the tech? I mean, we're talking about drone motors and semiconductors. Does that actually hit the road?
Actually, it does. If Japan's industrial drone sector loses those components, the last-mile delivery dreams for a lot of these firms just hit a brick wall.
And it's not just Japan. Look at Polestar. The U.S. is effectively banning them starting in 2027 because of these vehicle content rules.
It's a total rebordering phase. We're seeing this Pax Silica era where national security beats efficiency every single time.
And the $800 de minimis exemption is gone. The era of frictionless e-commerce is dead. Now every little package is a compliance event.
It's a chess move. The U.S. is basically saying, if you want the market, you play by our rules. And Polestar just got checkmated.
Well, if we're talking about rules, let's talk about the ones that actually let us move stuff. The Laredo Gateway Industrial Railway finally got the green light.
That's a big win for nearshoring, right? A 2.6-mile short line to handle 12,000 rail cars a year?
Bottom line, it's about avoiding gridlock. Mexico's exports grew nearly 8% last year. You can't just throw more trucks at I-35 and call it a strategy.
I mean, I like the rail-to-warehouse integration, but my concern is always the same. Can the local roads actually handle the feed?
That's the risk, Buck. But the real security risk isn't the road, it's the cargo. We're seeing a surge in AI-era theft.
Wait, what does that even mean? Like, are they stealing the AI?
Not the software, Jules. They're stealing the hardware. GPUs, server racks, copper. High-value, high-demand tech that's easy to flip on the black market.
It's a gold rush, but with thieves. These syndicates are using AI to impersonate carriers and double broker loads. It's a $35 billion drain on the economy.
You know, the thing is, we're spending all this money on smart logistics, and the bad guys are just using the same tools to steal the gear.
Look, before we get into the weeds on the market, we've got to take a quick second for the people who make this possible.
Right. Strategic logistics requires world-class engineering.
This show is powered by the stack developed by Eric Christensen at Neural Network Media.
Support the architect behind the code. Visit our Patreon at patreon.com/Neural Network Media for a free trial and access to our daily briefing PDF down below.
All right, let's get back to the money. Dan, you've been staring at the boards all morning. What's the word?
Now it's time for Spot Rate Tape, our Tuesday segment where we break down the national benchmarks and see who's actually making money. Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, June 30th, the final day of Q2. If you're a shipper, you're feeling the squeeze today. We've got a triple threat of end of month, end of quarter, and pre-July 4th capacity tightening hitting the docks all at once. Let's look at the tape. National spot averages, all in, including fuel. Dry van is sitting at $2.79 per mile. That's up 5.3 cents week over week. We're seeing a late month surge as shippers scramble to clear docks before the holiday.
That's a decent jump for 1 week, right?
It is, but look at reefer. It's at $3.26. That's up 8.3 cents. The Southeast is officially on fire. Produce is peaking and capacity is tightening by the hour.
I can imagine the claims reports for spoiled produce if those trucks don't show up.
Exactly. Now, flatbed is the outlier. It's at $3.60, but it's actually down about a penny. We've hit a temporary ceiling after a 24-week rally.
Here's the deal. That's just a breather. The infrastructure projects aren't going away.
Spot on, Buck. My call-out lane today is Atlanta to Orlando. Rates out of the Southeast have spiked nearly 15% in the last 72 hours. If you haven't locked in your reefer capacity for Florida outbound, you're already behind the market. The outlook? Expect van and reefer to hold these gains through the holiday, with a sharp reset coming the second week of July. Spot rate tape? That's a wrap.
Speaking of wraps, let's talk about the regulatory wraparound we're seeing at the DOT. NHTSA just proposed a rule to basically kill the brake pedal.
What? You're telling me they want to build trucks without pedals?
For vehicles designed exclusively for automated driving systems, yes, they're amending FMVSS number 135. No steering wheel, no pedals, just telltales to warn you the brakes are failing.
It's a bold play. Secretary Sean Duffy is trying to remove pointless barriers for the robotaxis.
Pointless? I mean, if a sensor fails and you can't stomp on a pedal, you're just a passenger in a very expensive coffin.
Actually, they're keeping the stopping distance requirements. The method of activation just changes. But while the tech is moving forward, the bureaucracy is moving backward.
You mean the FMCSA glitches?
Exactly. The SafeSpect platform is misclassifying veteran carriers as new entrants. People with 20 years of clean history are getting hit with new entrant safety audits.
Typical. The government can't tell a 20-year vet from a rookie, but they're happy to send a guy out to audit your logs for 15 days.
And the Modus rollout is a total disaster. It was supposed to stop the chameleon carriers, but it's just creating an insurance black hole.
It's a systemic failure. You have the most advanced AV rules on one hand, and a registration system that can't handle a basic database merge on the other.
Which actually brings us to the big picture. We're seeing a total shift toward what the industry is calling Agentic AI. And I don't just mean chatbots.
Right. Look at C.H. Robinson. They launched the Lean AI Engineer. It can assess a global supply chain in 30 minutes. That used to take 4 weeks of manual labor.
I mean, that sounds great for the VP of supply chain, but what happens to the people who actually know where the freight is?
That's the thing. Their Lean AI planner is now autonomously managing 92% of their global 4PL shipments. It's not just predicting delays anymore. It's executing the reroute.
It's a shift from predictive to prescriptive. The AI isn't saying you might have a problem. It's saying I've already fixed the problem and updated the paperwork.
But there's a cost. Uber reportedly burned through their entire 2026 AI budget in 4 months because of token consumption.
Imagine spending your whole budget on tokens. It's a bit ridiculous, right?
It's a real problem. Now they're pivoting to Open Router, using cheap open source models for the easy stuff and saving the expensive GPT-6 models for the heavy lifting.
My thing is, all this software-defined nonsense. I saw the news about International and Daimler pushing for deeper tech partnerships to build these connected trucks.
It's the only way to scale, Buck. If you can update the braking logic or the fuel efficiency over the air, you reduce the total cost of ownership.
I'll believe it when a software update fixes a leaking airline. You can't code your way out of a mechanical failure.
Actually, you can, with predictive sensors that detect pressure drops before the driver even feels it.
I'm telling you, these silicon drivers don't have the smell for a failing wheel bearing.
But maybe that's okay. If the AI is managing 92% of the 4PL, maybe the human's job is just to be the diplomat when things go truly sideways.
Bottom line, the industry is splitting. You've got the heritage side, like Kenny Ziegler winning super rigs with a 2007 Peterbilt, and then you've got the software side.
Now that's a truck. A 379 called Scrapin' By. That's real trucking.
It's a beautiful sentiment, but the market is moving toward the FDXF model. The FedEx Freight spinoff is creating a new LTL titan.
It's all about agility now, whether it's a spin-off, a software-defined chassis, or an agentic planner. The goal is the same: remove the friction.
Even if that friction is the only thing keeping the drivers from feeling like robots.
That does it for us today. We covered everything from Maersk's billions to the death of the brake pedal and the rise of the AI-driven heist.
Bye!
Talk soon.
Peace out.
Keep the shiny side up, everyone.